Oh, hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking the Doretta D. Rose report. Didn't hear you. In response to WWE selling Cena Sucks t-shirts, John Cena noted on his Twitter that WWE has been wanting to do t-shirts like that all the way back to 2008. And he's not bothered by them. Sources close to Cena says that he legitimately does not mind the t-shirts and that are being sold, and he gets royalties from everyone that is sold. You might know Linda McMahon. She's making a run for the U.S. Senate again. It's underway with the former CEO making an effort to distance herself way far away from WWE and anything to do with wrestling. Her campaign material pushes the name Linda, just Linda, no mention of McMahon, the business experience or anything on there. So, and Linda's wanting to raise money this time, I think, as much as she can from fans. She spent about $20 million of her own money last time. Didn't do any good. Last weekend's 12-16 live event from Fort Myers, Florida, did about 5,500 fans, paying about $155,000 for that night. The next night, Nassau Coliseum drew about 7,000 fans for $285,000 gate, which isn't good for the New York market. The New York market, however, did get about 3 shows in a month. So could be burnout, could be, hey, didn't have enough money. Haku's son, Donnie Marlowe, debuted on Superstars as the Mystery Man along with Honoko. He has been seen to have a good potential, but he's 33 years old, and time's kind of running out. So WWE felt it's time to get the training wheels off. If we're going to use him. Seth Rollins, he's going on the road, which I've been telling you about WWE next week. And he's as the FCW star with the most potential, despite not being polished as they would like. They're going to put him out there to see what he can learn. While, down with CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, recent success as potentials of Rollins and Ambrose, which is down there. Stigma behind being an indie worker is not as bad as it was 6 months ago, because they used to be, they were putting down people in WWE if you were an indie worker. Kind of changed their mind. Shawn Michaels, he's scheduled to be special guest referee. Now, please make a note of this, for the Undertaker versus Triple H match at WrestleMania. Since Triple H, Shawn Michaels both failed twice, ending the streak, it's kind of something to the idea that they're going to work together and screw Taker. Triple H even might put his career on the line for the streak. And Taker versus Triple H match was going to be promoted as the number 2 match on the card, right behind Cena versus Rock. John Cena recently mentioned that his match versus The Rock at WrestleMania could even be bigger if it was for the WWE Championship. So at this time, it's kind of like comments, but WWE strongly considering putting the title on Cena to head into WrestleMania. It would be a better draw. WWE title being on the line would make the match seem much bigger and elevate the status of the WWE title. In addition, if the title wasn't on the line at the match, it doesn't look great for WWE title that would be billed as number 3 match on the card. Said that WWE firmly is behind Punk as champion, and The Rock and Cena has already garnered a huge draw without even the belt being online. So we'll see. Vince McMahon has been pushing Alberto Del Rio to do much more physical, more aggression, and not so much the softer lucha style. While officials, recognize their heel side of weak, Vince feels that Del Rio has the size and the toughness, plus a main event character that he feels he needs to come across of more of a killer in the ring, rather than just a good wrestler. John Cena versus Kane and the 30-man Battle Royal Rumble match are 2 matches official for 2012 Royal Rumble pay-per-view. That's all we've heard of so far, is those 2 matches. WWE is discussing inducting Carlos Colon into the 2012 Hall of Fame. WWE has a business relationship with the Clones, and he is their promoter when they're in Puerto Rico. Plus, the son of Primo and Epico are on the roster. And of course, Mexican legend Mel Mascara has already been announced for 2012. Birthdays, by the way, WWE wrestler Drew Hankinson, or Festus, or Luke Gallows, whatever you want to call him. 28 years old, current WWE performer and MCLL star Sin Cara or Mystico, 29. Seems WWE has dropped the Brotus Clay. Poor guy. Kind of feel sorry for the big ugly sucker, you know. They kind of dropped the storyline for now, at least. Brotus tweeted that he's was going to lay out John Morrison a few weeks back on when Morrison's final, show of on Raw was, but said he's been forgotten about now. I think he's going to cry, but maybe not. Skip Sheffield's been told he is returning with a push in early 2012. Just ask Brotus. I don't count on it, Skip. Regarding Chris Hero and WWE, word is that he's still on the radar of the company, and they ain't passed on him. Hero has undergone some medical tests in January, and if things go well, he will sign soon. Chris's last round of tests for WWE were done in September, and Ricardo Rodriguez, I don't know if you caught the pay-per-view, took a hell of a fall off of a top part of the ladder all the way to the floor, not the ring, but the floor. Anyway, Rodriguez wrote on Twitter, he says, since the TLC pay-per-view match, Rodriguez posted a photo of him in a neck brace and said he was finally out of the hospital. WWE officials have been working on some plans for December 26th Raw Super Show in Chicago a few months back, hoping that WWE champion and hometown star CM Punk will sell out the show. I think they usually sell out there anyway. As noted before, WWE said a September 19th Raw Super Show did a 2.92 cable rating with about 4.3 million people with the TLC pay-per-view fallout. Now, see if you can catch the idea here that WWE better look at. And well, I'm sure they do, but let's look at it. In a segment breakdown, the show opened with a strong 3.36 cable rating. Good. Likely, the interest from the pay-per-view, Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett lost 721,000 people. But Beth Phoenix, Alicia Fox gained 277,000 viewers, which didn't get it back to where it was, but Jinder Mahal and Sheamus lost 247,000 viewers, which what they gained, they just lost with that match. And John Cena promo that featured Kane and Mark Henry gained 228,000 viewers with the 3.18 quarter rating, which is good. Epico and Primo versus Usos and Cody Rhodes versus Santino Marella lost 719,000 viewers, way down there. Backstage segments with John Laurinaitis and the Bella Twins, Hornswoggle, Big Show interviews lost about 56,000 viewers, which probably that's going to the bathroom. But what the very bad sign was the overrun of CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and Dolph Ziggler taking on Alberto Del Rio, The Miz, and Dolph Ziggler. The match gained only 59,000. However many people went to the bathroom right before that. Came back, sat down, and no big draw at the overrun. This was almost impossible as people tune into USA to see the next TV show anyway, so some of those people might have been waiting for Raw to go off. This means that wrestling fans were turning out in large numbers. I mean, tuning out. Fans tuned out mostly during the first part of the match, but viewers picked up around 11 o'clock, waiting for the show to go off so to watch the next show that's coming on. Anyway, Raw six-man main event did a 2.67 rating, which might be the lowest rated Raw main event of the year. So, my question, we got new champions, we got young champions, we got champions that haven't been champions before. It may be the new Raw, there may be the new wrestlers coming into being, but if they lose viewership like that, is it good for wrestling? Is it good for WWE? Boy, things don't change. I don't know. Maybe us guys, us old classic wrestlers like the big bruiser looking things. I don't know. What? Leave your opinion. The idea behind WWE reality show on the new network coming out is to air footage taped the week of the show, unlike Tough Enough, where the whole season was taped even before the first episode appeared. WWE's talking with Shed Media about bringing back Tough Enough for the network and other programming. Shed produced the most of the recent Tough Enough season anyway. Before Mark Henry was injured and Daniel Bryan won the World Heavyweight title at the TLC match, plans had been always for him to win eventually anyway. The first, they were going to do it, put the belt on at WrestleMania 28, but for some time over the past few months, he was set to win at the Elimination Chamber. Officials close to Bryant ended up with the title after TLC match with Big Show because they felt it wouldn't be much of a big deal if Show kept the title. Been nice for Show though. And WWE Hall of Famer Jesse Ventura, he's always into something, looking to sue TMZ over a story he says is false. TMZ reported that Ventura was pulled over for allegedly tailgating another car in California, telling police that he was tailgating because the driver in front of him was slow. Well, Ventura's lawyers say that he has not been in California since July and called the story a smear campaign by TMZ. And TMZ did pull the story from their website. I don't know why they would try and smear Jesse Ventura. He's not doing anything. Matches for today's Raw, superstars on WWE on their website include Michael McGillicuddy taking on Alex Riley, Tyler Rex taking on, and Kurt Hawkins taking on Bourne and Kofi Kingston, Justin Gabriel taking on Heath Slater, Hunico, and taking on Ezekiel. And WWE CFO George Barrio participated in a USB Global Media and Communications Conference earlier this month, suggested that WWE will be airing Superstars and NXT on their new network. So if they don't show it on regular cable networks, they're going to lose a lot of viewership. So, when we get it for, well, I guess it may still be on their website though. I'm not sure. They didn't say anything about that, but if they take it away, they're trying to force us at gunpoint to get their network. Might have to, if I got the money. I have to ask the wife. Hey, thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.